You might be thinking, Jack, what the hell? What's on your face? It's my new goggles, my new hat. So I'm going skiing, New Elite Ski Trip 2025. Looking forward to it. That's coming up very soon, and we're flying early tomorrow morning. So we're just wrapping up work in Dubai, flying to the UK to watch my best friend from home pass out of the Royal Marines. So he's just finished his Royal Marine training and passed. I think 150 or something guys started, and he's one of the last 15 to 20 that actually became Royal Marines. So that's our plan. We're heading out tomorrow morning with the whole team. You'll be getting travel vlogs as we travel. You'll be getting a ski movie as we ski. A lot of ski sort of vlogs on the Raw channel. And in between, your standard value. But today, let's talk about women, because it's something that I find very easy to talk about. I've had a lot of experience with women, a lot of experiences with relationships, and I want to give you the keys to setting frame in a relationship as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, your key goal, your mission, is your business, is to become successful. Now, women are a very important part of that. They're not something that you should just totally never speak to until you're successful. Because if you do that, and you see this with a lot of guys that become really successful, you have no skills. Women's something you have to learn. And if you get all this money, you don't know how to identify if a woman is now just with you for money, or if she's with you for your character traits. And you also don't know how to really manage that woman. A couple of facts to get in your head, just to lay the groundwork for this. Every woman, I believe, is looking for a strong man that they can put their trust in, learn from, and be guided by. That is how the masculine and the feminine work together in the world that we live in. Men are builders, we're conquerors, and women have a very important part of that in nourishing the man spiritually, mentally, and also providing him with children and looking after his family. Now, both of those jobs are super, super important. The problem is, with most of the modern day propaganda, they've got us to try and believe that either part can play these roles. They can to an extent, but it's not the best idea, because naturally men should be more masculine, and naturally women will be more drawn to a masculine man. So what every woman is looking for is a man that has a mission, a man that can take her from point A to point B, a man that is going to improve her life and solve some of her problems. And the way that we begin this is with every relationship, we frame in that manner. When we go out on dates, when we talk to girls, we talk about with passion who we are going to become, what we're going to be. And what this allows you to do is get interest from women, even when you're not very financially successful. They see you've got potential to become a great man. And that's really how I start the framing process, is when you sit down on dates, you're asking her a lot of questions about her life, listening to her, obviously good conversation stuff. But when you do speak, you speak with honor and integrity about your mission and what that means to you and how important it is and how she could become a part of that. Another thing that I learned recently was from this same guy in the New Elite, Mike Wisdom on Instagram. He said they teach guys to have their family crest on the wall in their room. So every time a girl comes back, you show them the family crest, and it has some breakdowns of what the name stands for. So you'd have the name Hopkins, the Hopkins family crest from medieval times on the wall, and then what it stands for, courage, honor, all that sort of stuff, and say, this is the kind of man that I am. And I thought that's a really, really nice way of framing things from Michael. But let's say, for example, you get into a relationship whilst you're running a business and you have a girlfriend. She needs to understand that the mission comes first, and you need to understand that you still need to support her and make her feel like she's not going to lose you throughout that mission if you want to have a decent relationship with a woman. And so the way this happens is you very simply reward good behavior and you punish bad behavior. Now, the only punishment that you can do as a man, you can't beat women, you can't verbally abuse women, you can't get angry, you can't raise your voice or lose your cool. A man should be totally solid with his woman. So your only punishment is to, number one, make your time and attention the most valuable thing to her, because it's so good when she sees you and spends time with you, and then take that away. They are your keys. So you're working on yourself as a man. You're becoming this man who has this mission, the way you talk, the confidence, the aura, the kind of man you are that excites her. That vision excites her. You've got other things you need to do as well in the bedroom, but that's another video in itself. You've got to perform in the bedroom. You've got to give it to her good. That's very important. But on the side of that, you give her time and attention, and because of your standing, because of who you are as a man, you're able to show her cool things, amazing things in this world. And when you give the attention, it's high quality attention. And then when you find a woman, she's not going to be perfect. She's not tailor-made to you. She's just grown up the way she's grown up. And this is where you have to be careful as an entrepreneur choosing a woman. If a woman has had many previous partners, boyfriends, she's getting older, a lot of different programming has gone into her. She's had a lot of different relationships, different way. Maybe guys haven't treated her as good as you are going to treat her. She will then hold those things. In most cases with women, she'll hold them against you. So she'll believe that you're going to be like all the other men she's seen. And that's of no fault of her own. Like this, it's on the men that did it to her in the first place. But that's just the way that she's ended up. So it's your job as an entrepreneur to first find a woman that is not too programmed, that is younger, that has not had too many partners, that has not been traumatized and had these issues in her life. Once you've found that, she's not going to be perfect. She's going to have her flaws. And what most men get seriously wrong in framing in relationships is they will get angry at the girl. They'll argue with the girl. Every time, without fail, a woman tries to get an argument out of you, she is testing your masculinity. It is not her saying she doesn't like you. It's not her saying that there's a problem. It's her asking you to show that you're masculine. She doesn't even realize that. Subconsciously, that's what she's doing. She's asking you to be the father to her, to show her the way, to show her the path, to put her at ease. She's not asking for you to get into an argument with her. So one of the rules for framing in my relationship is that we don't argue. I can listen. If you've got problems, I can solve them. If you have a problem with me or my behavior, you can talk to me about it in a mature way. But as soon as there's an argument, the thing that's most important to you will be taken away, which is my time and attention. As a man, you have to have the ability and the strength within you, a bigger mission than the woman, to be able to take away your time and attention, to be able to withdraw it, because it's not going to destroy you. Most men pin their happiness, pin their fulfillment on a woman. The woman is the icing on the cake. You are the cake. You've got so much going on in your life, so much excitement, so much that you're proud of. Your discipline's so good that if she does something out of line, something that you don't agree with, you can separate. You can take that time away. And then the rule of frame is, if she doesn't come back, you never speak to her again. That is the rule of frame. If you send her on her way and say, look, I can't agree with that. That's not within my boundaries. If you want to do that, you can do that with somebody else. That's fine, but I'm going to have to chill on my own. And then you don't talk to her. If she never talks to you again, you never message that girl again. Now, most of the time, what will happen when you're a strongly framed man, and women take a couple of days or a few hours to figure out, okay, I've made a mistake, she will come back. And then you frame, if the mistake wasn't too bad, like little mistakes, little things where it's just she's tried to make an argument or a bit of hassle in the house. That's not a big deal. You pull your attention away, she's going to come back and apologize, and then things proceed. And over time, she will be tailored to know how to act around you. And your relationship will flourish and will have a lot of love and a lot of care. And it's a really nice way to have a relationship. For bigger issues, obviously, cheating, talking to other guys, any of that stuff, that's all out the door, no questions asked, okay? Just so you know, that's not something that you ever repair from or you heal from. If she's doing that, you cut ties and you move on to the next one, because there'll always be a better one around the corner than the one that you just had. Always remember that. So you never have a scarcity mindset in regards to women. Now, when she does inevitably come back after a mistake, you just need to make sure it's framed correctly. Say, look, darling, I don't mind forgiving you for this. It's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up too much about it, but don't do it again, because this is what's going to happen. I do not need you, but I want you in my life, but I do not need you. And at a moment's notice, I can be gone. And if you want to spend time with another guy, that's fine, but you will never find somebody like me. And that's how you need to believe in yourself. And most attractive women, attractive young women, the women that you want in your life for their feminine energy, for their bubbliness, their charm, these women that actually add something to you. They don't give you hassle. My girlfriend doesn't give me hassle. She supports my life. She's a supporting factor of my life. She knows exactly what the mission is, and she's there for the mission. Nothing gets in the way of the mission. Her feelings don't get in the way of the mission. And she knows that because she benefits from the mission. She's seen the fruits of the labor. She's seen it happening. She's seen what life I can give her and the time and attention I can give her when we're together. So So to round up this video, just a quick one before we fly, the keys to framing are, number one, don't settle down with a woman that is not a good blueprint. Somebody that is too old or has had too many partners or is got a lot of red flags straight from the beginning. That is too much hassle for you. Often men, we can be attracted to that toxicity. You have to mature past that and find someone that's actually good for you. That's number one. Then in the dating phase, you need to understand how to build value for yourself, how to sell yourself to a woman, how to show her a good time, how to look after her and care for her and fuck her right, and all that stuff, so that you build that emotional tie to your time and attention. And then as the relationship continues and you want to craft a woman to be your perfect partner, you use rewards and punishment. The reward is your attention. The punishment is taking your attention away. That is a very simple bit of advice that if I had had 5, 6, 7 years ago would have saved me a lot of time, effort and hassle. But I've been using this in my life for probably the last 3 years. My relationships have flourished. They've always been very, very good. I've been with very caring and attentive women that listen to me and view me as a man and treat me with respect. And that is what every man is looking for. So guys, it's been a pleasure. I will see you again tomorrow on the plane, and we'll take you through a day in the life vlog, getting to the UK, see my buddy pass out the military. It's been a pleasure. Let me go pack my bags, and I'll see you on the next one. Whoop-ow!